Hello, Queens. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What's good? Hey, Kings. I see you. I hear you. You know what's so beautiful about this? This is a defined queen space. And I love it that certain kings take the time to listen to this podcast to be able to understand their queens better in this life and the journey that they're on, but also use tools and insights that they get from this podcast, this sacred space, for actually designed for queens. And I love that. I really love that, and I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate it. So shout out to the kings that are also listening to this podcast and are roaming this sacred space. Shout out to you. Extra shout out to you. But hey, Queens, this is your safe space. Welcome back. Today is the third and final part of Reclaiming Your Crown. If I haven't said it already, welcome to Crowned Reflections, Episode 1, Reclaiming Your Crown, Part 3. I have been listening to the two podcasts that I've put out there, and I've got some beautiful feedback. I got so much messages from a lot of people that have gotten they have gotten their insights, their confirmations, and they also told me like, Cher, this is really raw. Like, certain things were a bit shocking, but I could relate to that, and that's what I'm going for. Like, I need you to know that you're not alone in this journey. Certain things that I went through, if you need to go through it, you're gonna go through it. If not, honey, use the tools. Use the tools. Do what you need to do for yourself. And I'm thankful that I get to use this platform and really talk to you guys and share certain parts of me with you guys that are very sacred to me, that are very important to me, and very vulnerable moments that I've been through, but that can be like very yes, that can be relatable to other people, and maybe they need that in that moment. So I am so thankful for all the listeners, wherever you are. I am so thankful for your soul. I see you, I feel you, and I'm so appreciative. And yes, keep continuing this journey with us. There's so much more to come. I'm so excited for it. But wait, let's dig in. Let's dig in. I want to start with a beautiful recap of what we've been talking about. Yes, and today you're gonna hear me breathe a little bit heavier because I'm a bit on the recovering side. These shifts have been having their way with me, but it's okay. Jupiter has been doing its thing. Today is we have this beautiful full moon in this whole week doing its thing, and every time there's a shift, all I say is these beautiful shifts, they work on my behalf and in my favor. And I am highly protected. I am flowing through this. I am embracing this. And I am opening myself up to the shifts, to the elevation, to the lessons, to everything in a very digestible and calm way. So that's a gem that you guys can take with you as well. We're just gonna continue this podcast, this recording. Do not mind the noise in the back. It is what it is. Yes, so we have been talking about a lot of stuff that starts when you actually start your journey to reclaiming your crown. And with reclaiming your crown, the first step is, of course, self-reflection. Because you're going to see yourself in a way that you've never seen yourself before. And even in those type of moments, there's beauty in that. You're still your defined self, because I already told y'all, a defined queen's definition, you are that definition. I am that definition. We are all that definition because, hey, we live in a multiverse with beautiful truths coexist at the same time. Just remember that. And even in that moment that you feel broken, that you feel defeated, you're still defined. You're still beautiful. You're still amazing. You're just going through a process of shedding. And reclaiming your crown is a continuous journey. It's not a destination. And with every step you take, it's a victory. And you need to celebrate that. You need to embrace that. Reclaiming your crown is literally about taking your power back. It's about aligning your mind, heart, and spirit. It's about elevation. It's about growth. It's about the journey into yourself. Like, literally, this here old spiritual journey that we're on has everything to do with us and nothing to do with things outside of us, because it's the journey that you take to knowing yourself, actually. And I don't see it as going higher. I see it as deepening your bond with yourself, getting to know yourself on different layers. And that's why it's in a continuous journey, because you're not going to be the same person you are let's say over a year or over a month. You keep on evolving, and you keep on shedding. It has layers to it. And that's why I decided to start with these tools, such as setting boundaries, because you can be a very gifted person, but if you have poor boundary settings and you don't even have energetic hygiene, honey, sorry, it's not gonna work. You're always gonna be feeling drained. You're gonna be quoting stuff like, yes, empathic, how do you say it? Empaths and healing spirits, they attract broken people. You're gonna be quoting stuff like that, and I'm sorry, but that is not it. You got your gift as a gift. Use it accordingly. If you're an empath, I can talk about it because I'm an empath. You cannot become an energetic trash bin. I'm sorry. Where are your responsibilities? Like, you have responsibilities, and one of them is setting your boundaries and honoring them. No, easy access? No, honey, you're an empath. Of course you're going to be feeling drained. Of course you're going to be like, yes, these people drain your energy, but you let them because you give them permission. You have to set your boundaries. You have to honor your boundaries. You have to take your salt bath. You have to take your shower meditations. That is your responsibility. With gifts come responsibility. So stop quoting stuff like that, because it's not it. No. And start taking responsibility and doing what you need to do to protect yourself and protect your energy. Because if you don't, you're really going to become that energetic trash bin, and you're going to be complaining. You're going to feel stuck. You're going to be drained all the time. You're going to be walking around with energies, thinking that your life is stuck and all that stuff, when it's other people's energy you're walking with. And as we move along in these episodes, I'm going to come to a topic that's very crucial to us women, and that's energetic hygiene of our womb. Yes, I said it. I'm not gonna go too much in that, but we're gonna elaborate on that very soon. So, as I was saying, with your gifts come boundaries, honey, and you're gonna have to honor them. And there you're gonna get the gift. That's where you're gonna practice discernment. That's where you're gonna practice discernment. Because discernment you practice every day, knowing the difference. Is this really a message, or is it something that bothers me? Is this really a mess? Is this really me feeling sick, or is it an energy that I picked up when I went outside? Is it my ego talking to me, or is it my spirit leading me? Yes, ask these questions. It's that simple, and you're going to get your answer. And start with cleaning up your energy. Salt. Everybody has salt. Cleanse yourself on a daily. Even if you wake up, because sometimes these dreams can be so intense and so vivid that we cannot concentrate. So when you wake up, take a salt bath before you start. Small habits, small micro habits that help in the morning when you just woke up. Before you tap into the world, tap in with yourself. Place your hands on your heart and feel your heartbeat. Feel yourself. Start talking and being thankful. Start saying how thankful you are that you're breathing, that you're here. And start setting the intentions for the day. Start setting the energy for the day so that it can flow. And regardless what happened, you can still be solid and balanced through the day. Because outside energy is not supposed to disrupt your inside energy. No. If you really work from inside out, trust me, things are gonna happen. Sometimes you're gonna have setbacks because healing is not linear, honey. Sometimes you're gonna have waves that crash you. Sometimes you're gonna be able to flow with the waves. Sometimes they're gonna crash and you're gonna be like, ugh. But even in those moments, your response is very important. Very important. Triggers that happen, triggers are leading points. They're literally leading points to where your energy needs to go to, like where your attention needs to go to, where you need to work on stuff. Triggers will always tell you where you still have to work and what you have to work on. So when you get triggered, do not focus on the person that triggers you, but focus on the root of the trigger. What is the root of the trigger? Why did I get so triggered in that moment? Where does it come from? And most of the time, it has nothing to do with that person that triggered you. It has to do with something that is unresolved, something that you still have to work on for yourself. So be mindful of the actions that you take, especially when you're angry. And I know to some of you it's something that you can't even imagine. But if I tell you that I was a very aggressive person, you would look at me like, what? Like, most people don't even know how aggressive I was and could be, because I've always been that girl that could manage my anger, because I saw that when my anger is front and center, I black out, and it's not pretty. And me knowing that from a very young age, I know I'm going to tell you all a story. I'm not proud of that story. It still hurts me till this day, but I was 8 years old, and I was in school. I was a little skinny girl, and I had a best friend. I'm not going to call his name. And we used to play on the schoolyard, and I did not like skirts, but my mom always wore skirts for me on a Monday, and I used to run, play, and everything. So sometimes my skirt would have rips and stuff, and then we all got disciplined at home. And I remember it had rained and there was some green stuff on the yard, and I was playing, and my best friend in that time, he thought it was funny, so he put his leg and I tripped over it. So mind you, my whole uniform was dirty, my skirt was dirty, and I was livid. I was so mad that I punched him in the face and I broke his nose. And mind you, I was 8 years old. I was a skinny girl. Never knew I had that amount of power within my body, let alone get mad like that. We went to the principal office, and that was the time when we used to get disciplined at school. And I was scared out of my mind, because I was like, okay, my mom's gonna kill me, my uniform is dirty, and then the principal is gonna punish me. I was so mad. And when I told the principal what happened, he got disciplined because I could have gotten hurt. And till this day, it hurts me that I punched and broke my best friend's nose at that time. And I saw him a couple of years ago, and he was like, I was trying to really talk fast because I didn't want him talking about that. And he was like, remember when you punched me in the face? And I was like, oh God. But to say that, I know how angry I can get. I know how aggressive I can get. And I know how reckless I can get with my mouth. And from a young age, I taught myself to be very intentional with words because I'm a person, my main language is words of affirmation, my main love language. And I love words so much that words hurt. They hurt. Of course, I've grown out of letting other people hurt me. But if you are in my direct circle and you're somebody that I value, that I love, I always tell you, like, watch how you talk to me. Watch what type of words you use towards me, because I do that towards you. Like, I would never say something that is so painful and then come back and say, yeah, I'm sorry, because that don't work like that. The damage is already done for me. So watch how you speak to me. Watch what you say to me, because I don't believe in, let's pretend I never said that, you know? And I also made that mistake. And when I make those type of mistakes, it hurts me because I'm like, ugh, I did exactly what I don't like people doing with me. You know, so you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, but be mindful of the words you speak unto yourself and unto others, especially those who you love, you know. Be mindful of the actions that you take towards yourself and make sure that you detach from outside opinions, outside expectations, outside noise, and start listening to your inner reasoning, your voice of reasoning, your inner voice of reasoning, like your compass, you know. And even in those moments, ask for discernment, because sometimes your ego can be raging, because your ego was literally sent to protect you by any means necessary. And your ego is there for a reason. It has a purpose. But having that discernment means knowing when your ego can be in front, do its job, and when it's time for the ego to go to the back and take a seat. So we've talked about setting boundaries, detachment. We've talked about honoring your boundaries, honoring yourself. We've talked about navigating through the waves of healing, and we've talked about so many beautiful things, and also canceling external validation. Like, sweetie, your inner truth is all you need. You are you, and you are amazing, and you are worthy of being here. You have a purpose. Don't let external validation mess that up for you. Don't. Because you are the way you are because you needed to be the way that you are. If you decide that you want to change for yourself. Don't go changing for nobody else. And don't expect anyone to change for you. You do your work, and if that person gets inspired by you to change, fine. But don't expect people to change for you, and don't go changing for people. If you change, let it be for you, because that's how important you are. In the beginning, we talked about removing people from the pedestal and placing yourself on that pedestal. Well, honey, if you placed yourself on that pedestal, make sure that everything you do in life has to do with you first, because everything starts and ends with you. I'm not gonna say more to that because you know exactly what I mean. And one beautiful thing is, empowerment comes from within. Remember that. Empowerment comes from within. Let it be something that really leads you through life. Everything you need is already inside of you. And sometimes jealousy can occur or envy can occur when you see certain things that are happening around you and you're like, yeah, but why not me? Honey, go to the root of that jealousy. Go to the root of that jealousy, because why would you be jealous of somebody else living their best life? You do not know what it took for that person to get there. Be thankful for that person, that person is able to celebrate that. And trust me, your turn will come in the fine timing. I'm one of the biggest cheerleaders my friends have. Like, I am so a big cheerleader, and To people that are not used to that, it's like, why are you like this? I'm like, this is who I am. And this is genuinely who I am. Like, I love seeing people do good. I love seeing people thrive. I am so happy for those who are thriving, who are doing good, because even if I don't know them, I know it took a lot to get where they are. Don't be thinking you know people, their journey, because you don't. They're the only ones that know that. So when I see someone celebrating, I'm like, yes, you better celebrate. So yeah, with all of that being said, I really want you guys to use the tools and take this to the heart, May that shift that you need to get out of that stuck energy. May this be it. May it boost your energy, may it recharge you to want to live again and want to continue this life. Because I know how hard and how heavy this life can be sometimes. But if you're still breathing, I want you to see that as a message of you getting to continue life. You getting a second chance at life, and life having so much in store for you. But you need to change you need to change what you're looking at and how you're looking at it. Because if you're going to focus on one part of life that literally beat up your ass, that's all that God is going to magnify for you, because that's what you're actually asking. Like, God, the universe, Allah, whomever you see as your source, is going to magnify that what you focus on. It's really going to magnify that's what you focus on, because that is what you actually show God that you want in life. And it might sound selfish in this moment to say this, because you may not get it in the moment right now, but shift your focus, shift your mindset, and really go for what you want in life. You deserve a beautiful life. You deserve a peaceful life. You deserve so much beautiful things in this world. Gun yourself het. I mean it. So, that was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. But I'm thankful I got to say that to you guys. I'm really thankful I got to say that to you guys. One thing I'm also thankful for is my community. It's my tribe, my inner tribe, my close family. I am so thankful for them, especially my inner tribe, because those women have seen me through so many stages and phases of my life, and the way they love me unconditionally. Yes, of course, I get on, they sometimes they're on my ass and they're like, girl. But the way those women love me unconditionally has shown me true sisterhood, true love. And I would not trade them for anybody else. Also, my tribe, I always say my tribe is a spiral. Everybody is exactly where they need to be, and they know where to find me. I'm that friend that I'm not so good at keeping contact with people. That's just something that I'm working on. But I always tell them, like, you can always contact me if you need me. If you want to check on me, fine. But if you need me, contact me. I am not that friend that's going to get mad, because we all have life going on. Life has been lifing. We all have a life. So if you contact me, I love it. If you tell me, hey, Cher, I was thinking about you, that's the sweetest thing for me, And I appreciate each and every one of them. I may not see them every day, but when we meet, it's like, it's like we spoken yesterday. With my inner tribe, I do have contact on a daily. And I'm also thankful for that. Like, sisterhood is something that I've learned from my grandma and my mom. They always had those powerful women surrounding them, and you need your safe space. You need it. I've seen it with my grandma, I've seen it with my mom, and I know that I struggled through a period of not being able to find my tribe. And I'm gonna elaborate on that in another episode. But when I finally found my tribe, there's nothing that feels so good. Like it, I can't even explain it. But I'm so thankful for those amazing souls, and I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys so much, so much. So, also a message to you guys: make sure that you surround yourself with pure, loving beings that love you in any phase and stage of your life. They may not be able to give you what they need to give you in that moment, but sometimes their presence is enough. But make sure that it's genuine, that it's pure, that it's loving, and that it's respectful. Because your community, you're gonna need it. Like, this journey is already a journey that you take on yourself, but having that community that you can fall back on and be like, today's not a good day, I'm not good, but I'm gonna just take a day for myself. And having those check up on you, like, hey moms, did you eat? What do you need from me in this moment? And just being there for each other through happy times, sad times, growing even. That is something worth having in this life, and it's something worth cherishing in this life. So with all of that said, I am going to end this podcast with some affirmations. And you know how we do it. Hey queen, affirm with me. I reclaim my crown every day. I am worthy of all the love, grace, and abundance that flows to me. I am powerful enough, and I trust myself. With each breath, I honor my journey and the divine being I am becoming. Ashe. Feel these words. Let them resonate in your body. As you inhale and exhale, these affirmations are a reminder that your crown is your birthright. And each day, you have the power to wear it with pride. I will give you guys a week to process and reflect on these 3 episodes. I chose to actually part one episode in 3 pieces because I wanted it to be digestible. I did not want to put all of that information in one episode, because let's say one part of an episode, because it would oversaturate your mind. So that's why I did one episode and I parted it in 3 parts. Our next episode, we're gonna talk about shadow work. That's why I'm giving you guys a week to process and reflect these 3 parts of episode 1, Reclaiming Your Crown, and then we're starting fresh with shadow work. I will be revealing the title of episode 2 next week. And if you guys need any information, if you need a one-on-one with me, if you need some more insights, or you just want to have a conversation with me, feel free to reach out. Feel free to check out our Queens in Bloom Volume 1 playlist that I've created especially for you guys so that you can enjoy. And yes, I'm thankful for you guys. So thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for your amazing gems. I call you gems because I love that gems every gem has its own properties, its own beauty, its own like healing properties and everything, its own shine and everything. So I'm gonna call y'all gems, but hey, queens, gems, whatever, y'all are precious to me, and I'm so thankful for you guys. Happy to have you on this journey with me, and yes, may you enjoy this episode. May this week be a blissful week, and till next time, bye.